everybody can re-watch if they have not joined yet. Okay, so let's start the meeting, that we do not keep you too long on your Friday. So thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time on such a short notice. We wanted to give you a heads up on the competition. Nothing major here, so nothing to worry. We got some information from our workshop manager. They had a meeting in Gdansk this week, and our workshop manager came back yesterday and told us that everything is on track. Everything regarding the physical hardware there, meaning desks, tables, and chairs and so on, everything should be fine. Also, the computer equipment should be fine and is on track. Currently, they are building the tents, and I can share one or two pictures here, which he sent us. Let me quickly open them up. So, a update here. So this is, I'm not sure which view it is, but these are the way the tents are built. As you can see, it's on, currently it's on grass, but there will be some kind of floor there. This is just to get an idea how the tents will look like. And this spot here, where it's still empty, there should be our tent, or there should be our tent. Yeah, that's the short update regarding the competition area. So everything is on track, and so far it should be fine. First point. Second point, Roberts posted the infrastructure list from the software perspective. Roberts, could you please give us an update here?
So we went through and did our due diligence, and from your submitted answers, we created a software infrastructure list together with, then we validated with the guys who are creating the test project. They add some or pointed out some points, so we fixed all of them. And now this should be, as far as we know, this should be the final software infrastructure list. We didn't include everything that was requested, as for some plugins, for example, there was for VS Code a plugin which was validating with V3. There is no internet connection. We can't provide that in any shape or form. It will be just useless. Therefore, we didn't include them. If there are any issues with the list, let us know directly, as I wrote in the forum chat. Otherwise, everything should be doable. All the test projects should be completable with this infrastructure list, regardless if you choose a Node.js backend or a PHP backend. We also paid attention to that, so it's how to say, compatible with everything.
Yeah, we had a long discussion with the test project creators, and they assured us that it can be done with the current list and the current setup. Okay, so that's it.
I have
yes,
one question.
Of course.
About Bootstrap. Before I saw Bootstrap, now I can't see it.
So no one actually requested Bootstrap in the forum. That's the reason why when we showed the infrastructure list, or when we gave the pool a couple of months ago, we didn't see in those results Bootstrap. That's the reason why we didn't include them.
Because I saw Bootstrap and I didn't add anything, because I saw Bootstrap in infrastructure list before.
But before the infrastructure list was not published yet. It might be some
previous old one.
Yeah, an old
must have been an old.
Okay.
Okay. Do you need Bootstrap for your competitor?
Yeah.
Okay. We currently have Tailwind. A lot of competitors chose Tailwind as their styling framework. If you need Bootstrap, okay, we will provide Bootstrap.
We'll add it.
It's not a big deal. Again, it's still in our Docker environment, and we can easily add those libraries there. So should not be an issue here.
Okay, I requested a forum, right?
Okay.
About Bootstrap.
Yeah,
I already added it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
So it's easier. Okay, this one.
I have similar question, Franz. I was asking about the Vuetify. And I think it's not included. Not sure if the limitation is also related to internet access or something else.
Okay, here we wanted to talk to you because your at least regarding the survey, your competitor chose Angular, and Vuetify, as far as I know, it's not for Angular.
Yeah, but okay, so we didn't get. We were thinking that this is not a strict declaration, just a service.
No.
Because he's actually going to his view, for which we saw that there are probably two other competitors declaring view. So
exactly. There are a lot of view users there, but I wanted to make sure that that's not an error.
Mistake. Okay. So we are sorry for misconception, but yeah. So he's actually going to use the view, and this is the reason why we were asking about the Vuetify.
Okay.
We will revalidate that one because we didn't actually validate it because we saw the conflict in it, and it didn't go together.
Yeah. Okay. No, I understand. Thanks a lot for the explanation.
Okay, of course. Okay.
He was raising the hand a lot.
Hi. I thought there was a feature of raising hands, but okay. So I think my competitor is the only one using Svelte.
Yes.
So I also don't know much about it, but he's been sending me a lot of things about Svelte. And on the GitHub repositories, that's what we are going to use, right? Those Docker images. And there are two packages that belong to Svelte that he wants to use. One of them, both of them are not mentioned in this infrastructure list, and one of them is in the repository, and the other one is not. We don't need internet for them. So the question is, I can just tell you which one is missing.
Yes, please, because it might be my mistake.
Okay.
Because we had a lot of places where the information was coming from, and I know that competitor was talking directly to friends as well.
Exactly. I wanted to mention
something might not come from me.
Exactly.
Shall I send you a WhatsApp message then, Robert?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's for Svelte, and you mentioned an extension for VS Code. Is that still possible to accommodate Svelte as well?
VS Code. Well, we already sent the package extension list to Stefan Kusek, who is the hardware provider and who should do the install. We can still add it to the list, but we need to install it manually once we are at the competition area, or at least the workshop managers need to install it. They should be there a couple of days ahead of us, so it should be able. As far as I see, it should be equal for each competitor. Therefore, if the other ones get an extension for VS Code, I think it should be just fair for your competitor as well to get an extension. So I would rather put it on the list. And
okay, I'll send it to Roberts, and then during conversation we can always check whether it's applicable or not. That's okay.
Yeah, Franz also made a good point that we validated very extensively the PHP Storm versus VS Code. So they're actually equal because there was a lot of VS Code extensions requested, which might, for those extensions that we could find either built-in functionality or extension to PHP Storm, we included them. For those who we could not find, obviously, we can't, the disadvantage level rises very quickly. Therefore, we also took that into account.
Okay. Very good. Also, Walter, your competitor just wrote me that in the morning I pushed a new version, and again I forgot one library, and he's quite good in touch with me. So yeah, should be fine.
That's about the adapter thingy.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
forgot
that's
the second time.
that's the topic basically. That's the one he's missing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will send it to Roberts now, and then at least I know
Perfect.
it's everywhere.
Perfect.
Okay.
I just had one thought, but I forget it. Maybe it will come back later. All right. So far, so good. So what we will do with this list, if there are not many big issues here, then we will have our workshop managers double check this installed software packages and the installed libraries and so on once they are at the competition area. And then when we arrive, we can again triple check it if everything is there. This brings me to the next topic, the Docker images. Please tell your competitors that it would be wise to just get familiar with those Docker images to see what is there, to just use Docker. There is not a lot of things you need to do for using Docker, and they should not be afraid, but just to get a little bit acquainted with those images, because they will be the basis for our GitLab pipeline, which is the next topic. Again, if you want to, you or your competitor want to use or test this GitLab pipeline, which we are using, please drop us a message, email, WhatsApp, how you want it, that we can create an account for your competitor and that you can, or he or she can train on this GitLab pipeline. It's really should be quite easy. We already have 4 competitors using this GitLab pipeline. I mentioned it in the last session. Now I want to really emphasize it, since there are only it's almost 1 month to the competition. So yeah, it's still enough time to train, but we need to start at some point.
Yes, I would like to add that there will be no direct connection to the server via SSH or SFTP. Everything will be done via the Docker pipeline or GitLab pipeline. Now, that's the reason why we are pushing this so hard, for everyone to actually test and get familiar with that environment.
So we will have a local environment, again, using Docker. You will have all the images you need. They're installed there. You can develop locally. And once you submit or you push your code to the server, this pipeline is triggered, and then it will be deployed on our cluster. I've mentioned it before, and this is working now. And yeah, please inform your competitors, not your experts, your competitors, that they can train on this one as well. So that's it about the updates. I think we've covered everything.
I have the question about sale.
Oh yes, sorry.
If anyone from who is here, competitor, will be using Laravel Sail for local development? No one? Okay.
The reason why we were
can I answer it by forum in that question? Okay.
Yeah, of course. The reason why we were asking is that Sail requires, Sail is an environment, for those who don't know. Sail is just an environment to spin up your database, your local development server, and everything, Docker images for your Laravel projects. And we, in our infinite wisdom, we have recreated those things using our images. And if we want to provide Sail in parallel to our environment, we need to install PHP and Compose on each and every workstation. In our environment, we just have our Docker image and everything is running there, but we cannot create a Sail environment inside our Docker environment because Sail is using Docker. But this is the reason why we're asking. If nobody's using it, then it's perfect. Then we don't need to change anything. If a competitor would use Sail, then we need to talk to those competitors and show us our environment. Maybe it probably will be sufficient for this competition. Otherwise, we need to have some, or we get some solution, or we need to think about it. That's the reason why we're asking. Yeah. Okay. So any other questions that came up? Okay. So far, so good.
And maybe I have one short question
Yes, of
from
course.
the competitor regarding module E, right? The open one with the, in the description we have of the test project, we have mentioned that there will be presentation. And the question from the competitor is if it will be some kind of the online presentation for the judges, or we need to prepare something specific for this module in terms of the presenting.
Okay. Since we are not the creators of the test project, we have no idea. But from our experience from the last competitions, and I think it will be the same, we have a presentation on premise, we have our beamer, and the guys or the groups will present their work they have done in the morning. That's it.
Okay.
The group work.
Understand. So this was a new thing. Thank you very much.
But that is an uneducated guess because
exactly.
We don't know the test project at all. We know exactly the same amount of information that you have.
Okay, so we have no idea actually what would be the method of evaluation.
Nothing.
Description. Okay.
No, we really made sure that we do not have an advantage because we're talking to the Swiss guys. So we really made sure, and they also made sure that we do not have any advantage, which would be unfair for everybody else.
Okay. Thanks.
So that's it.
I have a question about competitor keyboard and mouse. Is it too late to bring with us, or
No.
I can?
No, you can bring your. It's the same how it's every year. So regarding keyboards and mouses, it's that you take it with you. The only restriction what it has is it can't have Bluetooth. And it can't have any micro or internal storage.
Okay, thank you.
And if it has Bluetooth, like my keyboard, there should be a switch to turn it off, to turn Bluetooth off.
Okay.
For example, Keychron K7 or Keychron series, they have a switch in the back where you can turn off Bluetooth, and then it's fine.
Okay. Next question about music. Could you please remind me about we should bring with USB or what to Spotify?
Yes,
Spotify will not be available because no internet connection. Therefore, we do the good old USB stick.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And it was 30 songs or 150 megabytes, something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah. Last time in Graz, we had our own, let's say, a Spotify clone where we had I think an open source server running where they could play music, but hardly anybody used this server, and it was just an overhead for us, and they just used the files. So
we're not like that.
we ditched this idea, and now we're back to sharing the files, and that's it.
Yeah, regarding music, it will be available. All music will be available for everyone.
Of course, like always, Okay. Any other questions? 3, 2, 1, and we're sold. Okay, so don't let us keep you too long. 20 minutes. I think that's a good time. If any questions come up, please ask them on the forum. I think it would be the most transparent there. And also, I think we recommend it to use the forum. And there might be another meeting. Let's see if things come up. Then we'll let you know. Otherwise, we will see you in 1 month at the competition. And we're looking forward to see you, and have a great day, a great weekend, and see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.